think I heard a door slam. He may have just walked out. No, he's here.
Okay.
We're gonna try to get him on mic today. Yeah, we're gonna do some entertainment talk. We need Cody on mic to sit into Travis's chair, so it's gonna have to happen.
We're gonna fill his belly button
with a shot and drink out of it.
You know.
I would much rather take a shot out of Cody's belly button than yours. No offense.
I get it.
Why is that?
I'd much rather take a shot out of Cody's belly button. Unfortunately, it'd be a lot less liquid.
That's true. Yeah, that is true.
Why is that? Because here's the thing. We know Cody's younger, slimmer, better looking, superior in every way to Pete.
Right. True.
However, it doesn't mean he's any cleaner.
That does.
He's
not as hairy though.
Oh, is that it?
That's the hairy part is really because like Pete had been in chlorine for probably hours before I got there at least.
Yeah.
So I mean I knew he was clean enough, but get him on that raft, his belly's exposed to the world, and all his hairs start going boing boing boing. Yeah. I mean you can look at anything and know.
No, we're gonna back up here in a second.
You can look at anything and know what that texture is going to feel like to your tongue. You know, you just have an idea, and it's everything I hoped and dreamed.
Yeah.
Well, plus, if Cody did it, he's skinny, so he can actually suck in his gut, so that could make it more concave and fill more alcohol in there, though. Maybe.
So, you want to tell us why you were doing shots out of Pete's butt? Or
Wow, that
yeah. Wow.
Good morning, YouTube.
That's
just
what I
returned.
understood. It was Pete's butt.
We weren't going to talk about that one. That was for Patreon.
Yeah, but all right. Well,
how about Pete's gut?
There you go. I don't know how it started. Pete was getting drunk and he was like coming up with fun ideas. He was the entertainment guy. And apparently somehow it came to be that he was talking about taking a shot out of his belly button, just pouring the alcohol in the belly button, and everyone's trying to peer pressure me into it, and I'm like, I'm not too above this. I could do it, but then I thought about licking the hair and all that stuff, and who knows if there's still lint in his belly button. So, plus they were going to video it, and I don't know. So instead, we opted to put a shot glass on his belly, and he giggled.
Giggled right off.
It just spilled off.
The shot glass fell off Giggle Mountain.
Yeah. And I just was able to get a little bit of a...
So you never licked his belly button?
No. I never licked the belly button, no.
Oh, this is a big letdown.
Yeah.
That's not at all what I figured. Usually when you get fat, I know because I've gotten fat, and I've gotten thinner, and I've gotten fat. I like yo-yos. And so usually when you get fatter, you get kind of an innie. Even though you might not have had one as a child, you just end up with an innie. I thought maybe you filled... There we go. There's a good picture. I thought maybe you filled his belly button with as much liquid as you could, and
I mean that
licked it clean.
It probably would have been more successful as far as taking a shot goes.
Right, actually getting the liquid.
But it was fun regardless.
Nice.
He's just a little coarse
so
hair in my mouth.
This is at a little party Travis had. I was not there. I was setting up for my daughter's graduation party the next day. So I was not part of these shenanigans, but apparently there was some fun to be had.
It was a good time.
Yeah, I had never actually hung out and done the whole pool party thing before, so it was nice.
Pool party's a pretty loose term.
Yeah,
because really nobody got in the pool because they're a bunch of lame bitches.
That is true.
So
yeah, that was a complaint.
It was like just you two,
for the most part.
Yeah, like Kyle jumped in there, Justice jumped in there, Cody was in there for a little bit. We hung out.
Yeah.
We touched toes.
That's right. You were floating in the deep end.
Yeah.
Avoiding me like the plague.
I just like the deep end. Because I can flirt. Flirt.
We all float down here.
I couldn't get Laura to get in.
Neither could I. Tried.
Yeah.
I couldn't get in, Courtney.
Oh.
Yeah, see what I did
Should have pushed harder.
Yeah. Tie a popsicle stick around it next time.
Well.
We did get in the hot tub afterwards. We saw Travis's shillelagh.
In the spotlight?
In the spotlight, right. So we're over in the the hot tub, and we looked down, and do you remember the guy's name
Yeah,
that
it's
he was
Brian.
talking to? Who was it?
Our buddy Brian.
Okay.
Carry on a conversation.
for like
Trav's completely naked.
a good 15 minutes at least, and they're just very passionate, drunk, whatever. And then we kind of yell over there like,
Well,
your dick's in a spotlight.
Somebody says, well, I can't believe he's talking to him naked. I said, I guarantee he has no idea he's naked.
Yeah.
They're like, what? I said, he has no idea Travis is naked. So he yells over there, you know he's naked, right? Oh, you son of a bitch!
Well,
Wait,
Travis's
he was
cock
stand-
was in a spotlight. It was
Yeah.
like one of the
But it was behind his cup. He was standing there holding his cup. It was blocking his whole. And he's like, and he's not a pickle gazer according to him.
right.
So.
Yeah, I am, and I was watching.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. They have those little lights on the stairs.
Yeah.
And it seemed like one of them was just like, yeah, right on his ween.
If Travis can find a way to bring attention to his pecker, he will.
Yeah. And it happened.
Not so sure why. I'm not so sure why he's so proud of that son of a bitch, but he is.
Well, we were commenting when he was walking around with his shorts on that you could see the
It's
ridge.
patterning.
Yeah.
You know, like a concealed carry guy who wants you to know he's got a gun. So he wears a tight shirt on purpose. You
Yeah.
can see the outline of it. That's Trav.
Yep.
He wants you to know he's armed. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So-
don't get it.
which is dumb because it's just that much harder to get the gun out if it's got a tight shirt wrapped around it.
Right?
Whatever.
So, Travis's party happened. Father's Day happened.
The week before, yes. Yep.
We didn't care. We didn't record. Not sure why. I don't think it had much to do with Father's Day, did it?
I was gone. I was in Novi at a cheerleading
Oh, the
competition.
cheerleading thing, yep.
No.
I don't know. Was it? Oh, Travis said he couldn't.
Yeah, I think Travis backed out, and it was just like,
No, well, Travis said that because we talked about doing tardies,
Right.
and Steve said that won't work. My kids will probably want to see me on Father's Day,
Mm-hmm.
and I was going to be in Novi, and then Travis was like, "Oh yeah, by the way, that's not going to work for me," and we're like, "Okay."
Yep. So yeah, I missed out. Did you guys have a good Father's Day?
I did, I guess. No, I didn't.
Wow, that changed quickly.
There's a lot going on Father's Day
All right.
for me.
Not for Jeremy and I, because we're not spending time with our fathers.
Right.
So
As a father, one good thing that happened on Father's Day is I did take time to go see the movie Top Gun, Maverick,
Oh.
which I'll probably talk about a little later, but I'm going to try to hold off till the end of the show so I don't spoil anything for anybody. But I did see that movie, which is something I wanted to do. I woke up, I was like, I want to see Maverick today. Let's do this. But then there was a bunch of other stuff that my family wanted to do. They're like, let's take the Jeep and go to the dunes. Let's go to the beach. And I'm like, no. 1 week from today, or 1 week from, well, it would be Saturday. 1 week from the previous Saturday is Katie's congratulations for doing the bare minimum party.
Yes.
And we got a lot of work to do around here. And all this work that you keep telling me I got to do, I don't have time to do it. I'm going to spend my Father's Day busting my ass for your party. Okay? So I got up more early morning Father's Day, went and got wood chips, got 3 loads of wood chips that day. There was a place that was actually open on Sunday, which was cool. And I spread my ass off. I spread my ass apart, too. No, I spread chips all over there's this
got
like
wet.
I mean, we've got this little clump of trees out in front where we had to plant flowers, and I had to spread wood chips, and then I had to go all the way around the house, and that's not enough because then you got to go do. You got to get a power washer, and you got to power wash the freaking driveway, and you got to do all this stuff that women think people care about. No one gives a shit. You guys were at the party yesterday, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Where was the tent that we had the party? It was on the side of the house, right?
Yeah.
No one even walked past that shit. No one even looked at it. No one cares. All they cared about was the Lee's chicken.
goddamn right.
Yeah,
And
that's
macaroni
what
and
I was there
cheese.
for.
But I knew I was going to be a son of a bitch if I didn't do this stuff, so I did it. I did it, and I buckled down, and everybody's like, you shouldn't be working on Father's Day. I'm like, yeah, okay. Well, when am I going to work? Because I actually have a job during the week.
Yeah.
So
Here's a place he shows up to.
I did all kinds of stuff around the house, and I took care of the dog, and I had to make breakfast morning, and I had to, they just had fun. They went to church. They went and saved their souls. I risked the fiery pits of hell.
On Father's Day.
On Father's Day, so that my daughter could have
That's dedication, dude.
a damn nice party.
Yeah. Did your daughter thank you?
Oh.
Well, was it worth it? Did they get you good gifts at least?
They got a backhanded compliment. A backhanded gift, I guess you'd say.
Okay.
Because they got me these trackers. These little Apple tracker things. I don't know, Cody probably knows what they're called exactly, but
Yeah, the little Apple discs.
yeah, a little
It's an RFID chip, so you can locate shit.
Yeah. Okay.
yeah. And so I could put one on
You
my
can
keys.
stick them on other people's cars and follow them and know where they're going and all that stuff.
You could.
Yeah, you could.
Okay.
So,
Noted.
yeah, I got one on my key ring now because I have a tendency to lose my keys and lose my wallet and things. I got one in my wallet now, so I can find it.
That's
Everything
probably
else.
a really good thing for you.
It's probably a good thing for me, but it's kind of a slap in the face. Like, hey, dumbass, you need this because you're stupid.
That's utility. That's like, hey, I got a new rake for Father's Day. Like, nah, you don't get a rake for Father's Day. You go get a rake when you need a rake.
It's true.
It should be fun stuff for Father's Day.
Yeah.
Stuff that you wouldn't buy yourself. That's fun.
Yeah.
But I was grateful because that's what I am. Grateful. I'm a grateful fella.
That's the first adjective I think of when I think of you, Steve. Grateful.
It's not even in the top 10
No.
for me when I think of Steve.
The extreme hoopla for this party. Pallets built to hold pictures. You guys saw it.
I saw it.
It's quite a production, don't you think?
Yeah.
It was very nice. The question I have is, the plates were clear.
Yeah.
So we had this whole story about the debacle of the different color green plates.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, and the plates were clear.
Yeah.
So
Who dropped the ball there?
I honestly don't know.
Oh, this is a mystery.
I didn't even know that the plates were going to be clear by the time it happened. All I know is that I did get my mother-in-law so mad at me that she growled at me.
What? Explain.
So, I'm busting my ass. I go get the food. I go get the food from Lee's famous recipe. I don't know if that's all over the United States.
it
or
is.
If that's a Midwest.
It is.
thing.
It's actually there's because the menus vary depending on local. So every couple of weeks when somebody has to go to Muskegon, they'll hit Lee's on the way back and for lunch at the station. And when I went to look at the menu, I had to select the state and then the right location to make sure that because the menus are a little bit different. I had no idea. I literally thought it was just North Muskegon, but no, it's a national chain.
All right. So if you're not familiar with Lee's, it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, but in my opinion, better.
Way better.
I think the chicken's better. There's more meat on the chicken. I don't know. I just like it better. But
The macaroni cheese is shit.
macaroni and cheese.
I had 3 helpings yesterday.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
So we ordered the food from Lee's. Got a buttload of chicken. Got a.
How many trays of macaroni and cheese did you get?
Yeah.
They weren't trays. This is where I got yelled at. Here, they thought that they were going to get a aluminum tray, that you would usually
Right.
get for like catering, and has
Yeah.
probably a sheet you pull back, and it's nice piping hot when you get
Right.
it. Well, I picked up the stuff, and it was all in boxes. So I figured that that's what was going to be in there. So I get back with the food. I'm putting the food on the tables, and I open up the box, and inside is not one of these aluminum trays. It's like 6 plastic bowls with covers on them full of macaroni and cheese. I didn't think anything of it, but I heard an audible gasp.
The right containers.
Now, this is minutes before people are supposed to start showing up.
Right.
And we're like, and they, my mother-in-law specifically was like, we have to get bowls. Oh no. Like, oh no. And I'm like, they're already in bowls. They're already in bowls.
People just need to scoop it.
I'm like,
How big were they? So
so they're
there
pretty
was a lot-
large.
there was a lot of macaroni up in there.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say it wasn't that normal. Like I want a large side.
Right.
helping or
Because I'm like,
whatever.
I had 3 of those large sides, and there was a lot more in that pan. If there was
Yeah,
only
yeah,
6
yeah.
we had a lot left over.
of macaroni and cheese.
Yeah.
And you didn't bring it for
You
breakfast.
son of a
That's
bitch.
fucked up.
And
You call me a friend.
Oh God.
being the guy that I am, I want to help.
A grateful
They
guy.
seem stressed out that there's no bowls. And I'm like, I got the answer. They're in bowls.
Solution.
Yeah. Right?
You son of a bitch.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like Chris Farley when somebody gave him Folgers.
Exactly. I was like the worst person in the world for suggesting that we just pull the cover off and put a spoon in one of them. And
Because
then,
I would have just picked it up and taken it to the table.
and then when
You
that one
Fat
runs
Pete's
out,
coming. You know Fat Pete's going to be here, right?
when that one runs out, you can just move the spoon to the next container
Yeah, yeah.
to dish it out with. That's what I would have done.
Wow, you are an asshole. I
I am
cannot
a-
believe
I-
you'd have the audacity.
I think my mother-in-law would be less irritated with me if she were to come over and find out that Courtney was bruised, and she was like, "What's happening to you?" And Courtney's like, "I fell down the stairs." I think she would have been like, "Oh, that makes sense." But if I suggest
Well,
that
you are kind of a klutz.
yeah, if I suggest that we just use plastic bowls, I gotta. I got like
Is
that.
anybody going to eat that?
She audibly growled.
I brought this to show off, but after we're done, you can eat it.
All right, good. Because it was a good cookie. I liked them.
An audible growl.
An audible growl.
Have you ever heard a growl from her before?
No. I mean, I've heard a lot of. She does a lot of when she's disappointed in me, which is often. I get a lot of. She does that a lot.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. With a growl.
But I had an audible growl,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Wow."
You fucked
I
up.
have never-
You fucked up hard.
Popeyes, I was not impressed with Popeyes.
Nah, Popeyes ain't
Dude.
shit.
The fuck is Bojangles?
South,
Okay.
I believe. It's like all those other ones, but South.
Popeyes ain't shit.
Not a fan of Popeyes.
No.
The macaroni and cheese isn't even good. And I'm
Nothing.
like, how do
I
you
went
fuck
there
up
the other
macaroni
day
and cheese?
Got it just because I never get it, and I was
Yeah.
like,
Is there one on Apple?
fucked up.
Popeyes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so they do have a good sandwich.
Oh yeah, I had the.
They have the
sandwich.
chicken
The
sandwich.
sandwich was good. but,
That's
like,
good.
Chicken sandwich and some fresh tasty fries.
Sandwich. Yes.
But yeah, no, not a fan. Lee's is the king of the fast food
Yeah. I'd
chicken.
I would.
You are the man, sir. Thank you very much.
So that was pretty much, my
How did they have an extra tray to put it all in, or did they have to?
Yeah, where did the aluminum tray come from?
Yeah.
Because it was in an aluminum tray when I was there.
Tray.
I think they must
So-
have went up and got one.
So I was under the assumption that it had come provided in the tray from
Exactly.
these.
Yeah. That's yeah.
Well, good. You fooled us, Steven.
Yeah. You guys
Good,
win.
well done.
You win in the end.
Yep.
I don't care.
And then you showed up without leftover macaroni and cheese today like a real dick.
Like a bitch.
Like a dick bitch.
Yeah, like a dick bitch.
A bick. Like a fucking bick. Or a ditch.
A
You're a
ditch.
bick ditch.
You're a big ditch.
A dick burp.
So after I got growled at, I was angry
Fucking bro.
because it actually made me mad that I got growled at over suggesting.
I would have put
Oh,
some. I would have
okay.
scooped some macaroni into a dog bowl and gave it. Here you go. You're gonna fucking growl at me.
Taking a
Eat up.
bite.
And so I
I would have
went
stuck
up-
my finger in every one of them,
I went
including the mother-in-law.
up to my room and I cooled down a bit.
You actually had to go and cool down. You were so mad.
I went upstairs. I went in the house and I'm like, I've got to cool down
Here,
because I was this close to going heel Steve.
you
This voice when I'm talking like this. I almost did it to my mother-in-law. I was this close. Really? Bulls? Really? You're worried about bulls? That's what almost happened.
Poor Mrs. Wallace.
That's what almost happened. So I had to go up and it didn't happen. I held it together, and I went up and I went into a room that no one uses, a spare room where Emil will stay when he comes and he visits us. When him and Tomas, that's how you say it. I don't know.
Tommy.
I tried to get Piper, my 7-year-old daughter. She had to go to the bathroom. And I said, well, just ask Steve which one is better for your taint, honey. And she wouldn't do it.
So then that's when I decided that I was a little amped up and I needed to start drinking.
Oh, that would explain why you had a little bit of a
Whiskey breath?
swagger to you.
So here's what I love. Question 1. How many times did you change your shirt through the event?
None.
So party starts at 3. I get there about 3. Probably close to 3:30, right? Steve was working the crowd like a pro, bouncing, table to table, kind of sitting with everybody. Well, when he got food, he chose to sit with us. Like, cool. He had sat and chatted when the Bolles were there. So he comes, he goes, hey, I'm gonna get some food in me. Cool. So we're chatting, we're laughing, and so I told him, I'll tell the story in a second, but 3 different times he dropped food on his shirt while we were talking.
I mean, he had the stains when I got
there.
there.
Yeah, he had 3. So I'm like, he's going to have to change his shirt. So at some point, prior to this happening, he's sitting down at the other end of the tent, and he's talking to 2 couples whom I'm not sure who they are. One of the guys I thought might have been Rich. It wasn't. And I can hear him, like, he's basically just bitching about the open house.
Yeah.
Right? Bitching about the tent, bitching about this, bitching everything.
Yeah.
So I finally yell across the tent, hey, Steve, your daughter just ran away crying because all her dad is doing is bitching to everybody about the open house.
She's heard it. There's no way. I'm not going to hurt anybody.
Well, one of my favorite things that Steve has ever said is he has referenced cellulite on a chick's butt as hail damage. And I still laugh every single time. So I'm working the Electric Forest on Friday. For those of you that don't know, it's an EDM festival, 60,000 people, right? It's an absolutely amazing experience. I mean, the art, it's super cool. So I'm working a day shift there as a for the fire department, and I'm working with an older chief, who's a super good guy, and you'd never know he's his age just by talking to him, right? He's very young, right? While we're driving, and butt cheeks is the new cleavage. I don't know if you guys knew that or not, but it's all about the butt cheeks hanging out, right? Yeah. And there's a girl in a little outfit, gold, thongish, whatever, butt cheeks are hanging out. And so we go around, I'm in the golf cart, go around her, and I lean into my partner, and I said, hey, you saw that girl in the gold? She had some hail damage on her trunk. Without missing a beat, he goes, yeah, earlier I saw it. They must have had an engine compartment fire or something because her car, the hood was all black. And in that moment, I realized he thought I was actually talking about a car, and I had to laugh.
Well, Steve would have appreciated that anyway.
But at any rate, so I was at the open house, and I told Steve, like, hey, I used your line, we had a good laugh, a good chuckle at that. But he was floating, hitting the family tables and was working the crowd. He was 100% Lord Steve. He was taking care of business.
He's a good hype man.
Yep. Especially with a a few whiskeys under his belt.
Yes.
So
yeah, I'm sure that definitely.
I was kind of hoping for Bad Santa, but
no, not that day. My mother would have done more, or my mother-in-law probably would have more than growled.
Oh, the other thing that I wanted to bring up was Claire. So Claire shows up an hour into this event. She must have come from work.
She had been
works
working,
at an ice cream shop. Shows up, dirty T-shirt, her logo T-shirt with ice cream, whatever on it, and hair's, she came from work, right? She literally, like a fucking movie, she walks up, says hi, and then walks in the back door of the house, walks out the front door, dressed to the nines, hair done, makeup, and I'm like, it was like one of those, like in Tommy Boy, when David Spade gets in and comes out dressed in the pilot, and Chris Farley's like, what? Yeah, we got to get you buttoned up, and it was amazing. So good on her.
Nice. So one thing that is a little bit off topic, but Pete was talking. Well, it's related a little. Pete was talking about how I was bitching about the open house and graduation, and basically I'm doing my bit that I've done here. Sure. You've just done the minimum. What do you need a party for? Blah blah blah. The coolest thing happened the other day in my professional life. I'm at a meeting with a bunch of engineers. We're looking at a project for work that no one cares about, and I'm sitting at this table with them and everything else. And one of the guys comes in and he's like, "Hey, cookie? You want a cookie?" Because my daughter just had a graduation party and these are leftover cookies. And I'm like, "Oh, graduation!" And I go into the bit. Boom. I go into it. Not heel Steve ranting, but just pulled back, no swearing, Everything else, I had that place in stitches. They were cracking up, and I'm like,
maybe you should be a comedian. Steve.
no, I shouldn't be a comedian because I can't do it on stage. I can just tell stories sometimes.
If you had a couple whiskeys in you, I bet you could.
I don't think so.
You've come a long way on this show, even since I've met you, so I think it could happen.
I've become more of an asshole, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. So, Pete, what did you get for Father's Day? Anything?
I did. So on Father's Day, my wife was really nervous about the gift that they had gotten me. She wasn't sure it was going to be right. I'm pretty sure that I heard you say you wanted one, and but I wasn't sure.
Out,
yeah, always freaking out, right? I'm like, honey, I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. So Father's Day comes. She says, okay, this is a gift. There's some other stuff coming, but it got delayed by Amazon. Hey, not a big deal. You know, I don't need you to buy me anything. I don't really care, right? If I want something, I typically just buy it or steal it from Travis. And so they slide this box over to me, and it's obviously heavy. My son pushes it across the living room floor, and it's shaped like a wrapped chair, like a Dick and Balls. You know what I mean? Like a big box with a skinny box off the top. I'm like, what the fuck is this, right? So I open it up, and it's a legit, like, high-end Philips soundbar and subwoofer, right? Which I've always wanted one. I just never spent the money because it's not that important to me, but I'm always like, oh, it'd be cool to have that, but not cool enough to where I did it.
But I'm not going to go out of my way to...
And she goes, you mentioned you wanted a soundbar for your computer. Is this the right one? And I was like, not even remotely close. I'm like, I put one on Amazon, like it's a sound bar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That just sits, it's just computer speakers. It's just Bluetooth computer speaker.
Yeah.
Like this, and she's like immediately upset. And I'm like, no, stop. Well, I can return it. I said, stop. I said, this is an amazing piece of equipment, and I'm going to plug it in, and it's going to be awesome. I'm just going to use it on the TV, not the computer. Well, yeah, but you want one for your... Shut up. This is an amazing gift. Yeah. Thank you so much, right? So then next day, the box comes in with my other gifts. And I got a badass set of metal dice. I got... I don't... You guys probably don't play Catan. I don't know if anybody out there in YouTube land plays Catan. But it's one of my favorite games to play, Settlers of Catan. But they make a Game of Thrones version, fuck you, Matt Rodriguez, and it hasn't been in stores. Amanda found it for me, so I got the Game of Thrones edition, Settlers of Catan, which is super cool. And then I got 2 T-shirts. One of my all-time favorite movies, I don't typically go more than 4 to 8 hours without quoting from it, is Step Brothers.
Yeah.
So I get one shirt, and it says Prestige Worldwide, Boats and Hose. And I was like, this is so cool, right? And my daughter's like, Daddy, I got you this one. And it's still in the package, and it's the Catalina wine mixer.
Nice.
I was like, yeah.
Nice.
So the next day, I'm getting rid of garbage. You know, we're taking the garbage out. So I'm like, oh, a box. Well, I'm taking, cutting the wrapping off stuff and just getting, decluttering, right? And I open up the shirt. No, it says the fucking Catalina wine mixer on the shirt. And I'm like, honey, oh my God, I didn't know it said, I'm like, stop. It's hilarious. I said, I'm limited on where I can wear it.
Sure.
Like, when I left the pool party to go deal with the police, I had it on, appropriate times.
Right, exactly.
So I'm glad because Dad, this one's for me, like my 7-year-old, the fucking Catalina wine mixer, But yeah, all in all, it was good. I spent almost the whole day driving. We drove to Novi for a cheerleading competition, then drove home, and but we went to Carrabba's for lunch, which, it's Uccello's, it's Olive Garden, it's Italian. It was good, really good food, but yeah, no, I thought my 7-year-old giving me such a vulgar T-shirt I thought was hilarious.
Yeah.
So,
it's good.
Yeah.
Well, Jeremy, did you talk about Father's Day?
Did I talk about Father's Day?
Did you get anything good?
Did I get anything good? Yeah, I did. I got an arcade 1-up machine, Pac-Man, but it has 12 games on it or something.
Oh, the one that's like Asteroid and Galaga.
This one's I think it's the Legacy Edition or something. I don't know what that means, but my old bass player Footsie has almost every one of these machines. That's the one I don't have yet. But it has no Miss Pac-Man because apparently there's some rights issues there somehow. A different company created her, but Pac and Pal, Pac-Land.
Is this one of the stand-up ones?
Yeah, it's smaller than an
Walmart?
actual arcade. Yeah, it's
those
smaller
are
than
cool.
an actual arcade machine, but you get I got a stand for it too, and it
That
fits
makes
in the
it
basement
taller.
pretty well.
Right.
Nice.
When at what point do you quit calling him your old bass player and just start referring to him as the bass player of ID 10.5?
I don't know,
Right.
because I don't acknowledge that band.
They're fun.
Yeah, sure. If you say so,
I-
I agree. I totally agree. No, there's Dig Dug 2. I never really played Dig Dug 2. So that's a little fun.
Isn't there a one of the evil people, one of the bad guys in one of the castles in the original Legends of Zelda? Isn't he a Dig Dug?
Dig Dogger.
Yeah, hates certain types of noise.
Yes. And you know why that is? I think with him.
You play the recorder or something, don't you?
Yeah.
It hurts him.
But there was something, I can't remember if it was that guy or what, but like in Japan on the Famicom, they had a little thing in their controller where you could it had like a little microphone and you would blow in it and it would actually like destroy the creature in the game. So
Damn.
yeah.
Dang, they were crazy.
They had it way better than us.
Yeah.
Jeez.
The Famicom.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got that, and then I got to. Me and Lily finally picked up a game that we stopped playing. Back when I had COVID, around that time we were trying to beat Skyward Sword, Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, the Switch remaster, and she's like, "Can we play it?" Fine. Like 9 months later, I'm like, "Yeah, let's do it." So I got to watch her beat that, which is good because I already went through it back when it came out. It's fun to watch her go through all these old Zelda games, and I get to watch the story again, and it's a good game. I loved it. So yeah. Oh, and the new Turtles game for this. Have you seen that?
Is it
I
out?
have. It's actually
Shredder's Revenge.
Yeah.
Is it the one that's like the old one
like an
kind
old
of?
beat 'em up type game.
Except it has April in it, which I'll never play if I ever play this game.
April and Casey. It has a bunch of characters.
How do you play it?
You just download it, or you can. The physical copies come out in a couple months or something. but
What
you can
platform? Any of them?
Yeah, I got it for Switch. Or I got it for the Switch.
Interesting. I'm gonna have to play.
It was
that.
on. They had it on Steam for PC.
Yep.
I thought about trying it.
They have as many of the original voices as they can get in there still. So like, all the 4 turtles are the original voices. Of course, Shredder's not because
Uncle Phil's
is
dead.
Yep.
Ah, look at that.
At the same time, Jinx, you owe me a blood.
Why don't he want me?
Because you're gonna slap Chris Rock.
Make a fool of yourself. Heart wrenching in TV history.
It's a tear.
That's right up there with Opie and Sons of Anarchy, and there's been some brutal ones, man.
So yeah.
Oh yeah, spoiler alert: Opie dies in Sons. Sorry.
What? Yeah, so I played that for a while too. That's a lot of fun. It feels like you're playing an old early '90s, old school arcade beat 'em up. And there's lots of throwbacks to the older games, even like the Nintendo game and stuff like that. So it's I definitely recommend picking that up. It's a lot of fun.
All right.
Oh, speaking of games, Project Zomboid.
Zomboid?
I am fucking loving this game, man.
I've
It is
never
so
heard of
much
it.
fun. Yeah.
All right. Well,
On
I
the-
guess
on
I'll
the-
have to look it up myself.
It's PC, so it's
Oh, okay.
but it's isometric view, so you're like looking at it down at your little character like on a 45, but it's zombie apocalypse and you have to survive and build, and it's awesome.
Sweet.
So I got about 150 hours in the last few weeks, so
All right.
Lot of fun.
Damn. Jealous.
a lot of fun.
I don't get a lot of gaming time.
No.
All right.
All right. I guess. Man, I feel like I'm forgetting something.
Travis, what'd you get for Father's Day?
I'm a father.
I got rid of my son. That's what I got.
That's right.
Oh boy. All right.
Some of the comments, sorry. Will White, dig too fast, dug too furious.
Dig Dug Tokyo Dirt.
Just shelve it. Dig dug Tokyo Dirt. Yeah, that's awesome.
Do we have any toy news?
Oh yeah, we got toy news.
All right. Jeremy.
I'm just waiting on
Waiting on the pictures.
Seducer to pull him up. Doodly doo, doodly doo. All right. Hiya, which has been the company I've been getting my RoboCop stuff from. Other people I think have been getting some Predator. There's a lot of other stuff, but we have the 35th anniversary a RoboCop figure, and he looks fucking beautiful. Are you guys fans of the RoboCop movies? Have you watched all of them?
I've not watched all of them. I've seen the first one. I think the second one. I don't think I ever saw RoboCop 3. No reboots. I think there's only one reboot.
Yeah, there's one reboot movie.
Um,
RoboCop 3 had the backpack where he could fly, the jetpack. But yeah, I don't know. This figure looks pretty titties.
That looks fun. It does look fun.
Just all the details and stuff that they put into him. He's a little bow-legged. I don't know if he was that bow-legged in the movies, but he's
got a wide ass.
He does have he does have a chunky ass.
I don't remember him being that, having those childbearing hips.
Robo thick.
So yeah.
But looks pretty amazing.
You ask any digger, any real digger.
Yeah, Jesus.
Yeah, I think that the legs are bothering me. I noticed it right away, and then when I saw the rear shot.
Yeah, a little wide.
Not the pursed lips?
No, that's totally Peter Weller.
Yeah, he had those
Peter Weller
lips.
is.
Oh, well.
I've never seen RoboCop. So
Really? Oh, it's fun.
It's just a little too
It's more of a comedy than, in my opinion, anyway. What's that?
RoboCop?
But was it intended to be a
I feel
comedy?
it's more of a comedy, yeah. I mean, I laughed my ass off throughout that whole movie, so.
Oh.
I mean, it's your typical, over-the-top 80s stuff, but...
it is.
It's a lot of fun. Pretty violent, too. Really violent. His leg actually... I don't know if it opens so you can... Yeah, it does. It looks like you can fit the gun inside of his leg, too,
like
so...
Fits inside
that's pretty
his
cool.
leg.
Hey Cody, we gotta get a good routine of snapping these photos a little bit more quickly. Can we not have 45 seconds of dead air before you change them? We gotta step it up.
Pete's bored.
No, Pete's not bored, but the listeners are gonna be.
Oh.
They're making Dig Dug jokes based on Fast and the Furious. Fucking step it up, Jeremy.
Dude, I'm glad that can happen. That's
That's
Holy
funny.
shit!
That's my life.
$90.
$90 for
Okay.
a 6-inch
Are you in on this?
He's
It's die-cast?
die-cast,
It is,
so-
okay.
Okay, see, diecast is cool.
Yeah. I'm on the edge on this one. It doesn't look like it'll take up too much space, and the shelf that I have dedicated to
I love the Scott Stapp reference though.
figures like
On the years.
was that I didn't
It's a
know.
Creed song, I think, isn't it?
I don't know. I only know some of the radio hits.
Oh Jesus.
But yeah, it comes out fourth quarter of this year, $90. So diecast, 6-inch, pretty cool. We also got this news. I found it on Toy News Eye. It says NECA TMNT Animated Series Deluxe Rex 1 figure revealed, which is one of the cartoon characters I've been waiting for. If you know the early seasons, might be even season 2. Wait.
One last breath.
Okay.
Hold me now!
Oh, okay.
I'm 6 feet from the edge and I'm thinking maybe living in my pickup truck ain't so bad.
There you go.
You should have blown wind in my face.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Come on, man.
I can't tell. You don't have any hair.
Yeah, you gotta tell me.
There's no point in blowing
His
it.
mustache could have blown.
Good. That's what we want.
So anyway, it'll be a single release Rex 1 coming sometime this year at
Who's
Target.
Rex 1? I don't...
He was a robot cop. Take the next picture, please, Cody. There he is. It's a blurry picture from a video, but the guy from NECA was holding it up in the video.
I think I do remember that now that I see it.
Irma had a crush on him, wanted to date him.
Irma, what a slut.
Yeah, Irma, she was horny.
Well, every other sexual experience had been with a toy with batteries, so it made sense.
So yeah, Rex 1 will be coming. That's pretty cool. What is this? Oh, okay. This is from Iron Studios.
This is some reading. Go ahead and we're gonna play some background music.
That's
while
if
you guys
you
read
can
these
pause and
pictures.
read that later on if you want. But
Oh,
there
that's
you go.
freaking cool,
Iron
man.
Studios. They make the statues, the 1/10 scale statues. Are pretty expensive, but they look goddamn beautiful. And this is Casey Jones. A different version than we've seen, but lots of stuff that.
A lot of classics there.
Yeah, the green shoe from
Cricket.
the toy.
I like it.
You
know exactly who it is when you see it.
Yeah.
Like,
Is that
some upgrades going on there that are pretty cool. Something's going on with the audio?
It says
The
it's
reverb
best-
is
Oh,
sweet.
reverb? Nice. We're trying
That's
to figure
odd.
out the audio.
Huh.
Is it still bad?
Keep
All right.
going.
Well, anyway, so what's cool about this piece here is that you can actually take the turtles, because they release turtles as well, and it makes a huge, like a big diorama. So if you got like a shit ton of money and you want all these statues
And a shit ton of space.
yeah.
Do they like actually like hook like link together or
That I don't know. I haven't seen pictures of them put together like that, but they.
or at least just the themes carried
Yeah,
throughout?
But they're not big. They're not that big. 1/10 scale isn't.
Yeah, can you go a couple pictures forward? There's the back of it. He's wearing jeans, which is a new one. Usually he's got sweatpants.
Speaking of
but there you
patterning,
go. 7.5
Yeah.
inches, 6.1.
So you don't have to
Wide.
have a ton of shelf space.
Right.
no,
have
that's
these.
much smaller than I thought it was going to be, and it's only 740 grams, which is cool.
Yeah,
And
pretty beautiful.
$150. What are the?
Those are the turtles that are in the that same series there. So it's a whole like sewer set thing. So I don't know, man. They're really cool looking.
How much are they?
I believe they're around like 160, something like that.
Oh, not as bad as I thought. But then again, for a 7.5-inch statue.
Yeah. So.
Oh, is this a spoiler?
I don't know. This was released this last week for Toy News. Something from Obi-Wan, Ned B.
Yeah.
From Hasbro figure. I don't know anything about this guy, but he looks kind of like a cheap down version of Cyrax from Mortal Kombat 3.
He is in.
With a gun, a hammer, and
He's in the Obi-Wan series. He's in one of the earlier episodes.
Not
And-
that early. I mean, I've seen the first two. I don't know
I
who that
think
is.
he probably pops up in the next one. I don't know, he's pretty cool. He was kind of a neat character in the thing. It doesn't look. It looks like, if I'm being honest, it looks too yellow, from what I picture him. I thought he was more of a tan-ish yellow, but yeah, I'm not gonna say much.
Oh
'cause I
well,
don't-
Just Shelve It says it's not a spoiler. So,
what's
I mean,
that?
I've Just Shelve It. He said it's not a spoiler.
Oh, okay.
it's just a
so-
character that's in there,
Yeah.
kind of. Oh, here we go.
So releasing information about a show before somebody has seen it's not a spoiler, is what you're saying.
Well, it depends. It's been a while. You should have seen the whole thing by now. That's my
Okay.
opinion.
Yeah, well, and that's the big debate is how long after something comes out is it now considered your fault versus being a spoiler?
I mean, we're talking at least probably 4 weeks ago.
Okay.
That-
Standard is 6 to 8.
6 to 8
For
weeks?
spoilers.
Yeah, is that what it is?
Everybody knows.
No,
that. I mean, that's
I think he's just making that
that's
up.
common knowledge.
That's-
But,
Like,
okay. No, that's fine. You guys do whatever you want to do it.
He'll get defensive. If there was some logic, he'd be looking it up right now.
I know.
But he's not.
I love you, Pete.
Now this right here.
Mondo's new He-Man figure. He is currently no longer available for pre-order. They gave us 24 hours to order it.
Okay, Mondo recently bought by.
What?
The company was recently bought by.
Oh, was it? Is that what that is? I don't know.
No, oh my gosh, you were really. I thought you're the one that said this.
Did I?
Didn't Funko buy it?
Oh, I don't know. Is that something? Did Funko buy it?
I thought that was what it was.
We're not a very reliable news source.
What does that F? What does that F mean?
I don't know what the F means. Maybe it's the people who took the picture.
Yeah.
Funko by Mondo. Okay. Well, there you go. Sweet.
Yeah. So Funko recently bought Mondo. I could have swore we reported it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Here we are.
Funko owns Mondo now, and then this is the first offering since that I know of that since Funko has bought it. Now this was shown quite a while ago. We saw pictures of this way back. Was it the last PowerCon? They were kind of showing like not exactly photographs like this, but they were like, wasn't it like a B sheet of all the what was going to come? And it didn't look as cool as then that it actually came out looking way cooler in my opinion.
This is one of the most modern versions of He-Man to where I'm like, that face is awesome. Like his head is just perfect. I did not like the other version of the Mondo He-Man because his face sucked.
Many didn't. I was like the same way. I liked everything about that He-Man except the head.
Yeah.
And I've long wanted a different head to put on that thing. This is pretty cool because, I mean, I couldn't afford to buy 3 of these to have all the different scenarios, because you can have regular He-Man, Battle Armor He-Man, and
Thunder Punch.
Thunder Punch He-Man. But it does come with a few head options. Therefore, you can. There's going to be another head for me to put on my other one, and I hope the skin tones match.
Well, and this is another situation where they do put the vintage head with them, and it just looks kind of ridiculous.
It's a amount of.
Like, yeah, if you want to do it, cool, but yeah, it's kind of.
All right,
ridiculous.
Pete has information. I
Okay,
think.
okay, pause this.
So this. Take it with a grain of salt. 33 hours after a TV show has aired, and 10 days after a film is released, and that's according to an actual survey they did of 2,000 people.
Well,
That's what
33
they came
hours
up
isn't
with.
long.
I want Americans. Where's the American study?
The answer is between 3 to 5 days, unless informed otherwise. However, please remember that spoilers are a two-way street. If you are particularly spoiler phobic, it is your responsibility to tread carefully.
Oh, okay.
We got a super chat. Curtis Ackerman, $4.99. Awesome. Thanks, Curtis. The Mondo He-Man is glorious, and everyone should be collecting.
Did I miss
this.
it?
Huh?
Did he do the
There
new?
it is.
Yay!
Check the screen.
Cody's the man.
P.S.
I love it.
Thanks for bothering to
love
show
it.
up this week, Pete.
Yes.
Fucking Curtis.
Yeah, so this Mondo is absolutely beautiful.
It's glorious, and I have heard so many people that have said that this is their first one.
Yeah, and if there's just
this
one
is
to
the
have,
first one you've bought.
Yes, I unfortunately
It sucked you
decided
in.
that I had to get him. So, yeah, he's on the list. I actually do have a Mondo already, though. Thank you.
Yes.
From Super Chat Curtis Ackerman there. He supplied me with a faker. So at least I'll have both of them, and they can fight and be exciting.
Yeah.
But if you didn't pre-order it, you're kind of fucked at this point.
I want to talk about the way that they did this pre-order, which is something I don't think I've ever seen before.
Let's do that.
Oh, little teaser there too. We see She-Ra in the background.
Spoiler alert.
Thinking, so.
Hot.
Yeah.
So I like that they did this whole thing with it's limited, but it wasn't limited to a certain number of pieces. It was limited to a time limit.
Yeah,
You've got 24 hours to order this thing.
Yep, and it gave everybody the option to do it rather than all of a sudden running out and you couldn't get it.
So not stressful.
Right.
I mean,
Unless you don't have the money.
Well,
They
and-
did have a payment plan for some people, but I couldn't get the payment plan because I couldn't. But other people could.
How much?
$260, wasn't he?
260. Yeah.
I did the payment plan.
he's 12 inches. He's a big Mahunga But yeah, he is kind of pricey. I'm gonna have to start selling plasma.
I bought an extra one if someone needs to make a trip
Nobody's making you be here, the fever.
down the road.
If you don't like it, listen to the audio next week.
What's he? Back to Echo.
Yeah.
Yeah, we like to put cool effects on. We're trying to be hip and.
We're all into EDM.
Echo. Maybe that's what happened.
We started singing.
I
and
broke
just-
it. I broke it.
You
by
broke
Even YouTube is like, fuck Creed.
Yeah.
So,
What else? We got a couple more in there. They've shown us there's not any actual pictures of figures yet, but Mondo has got some concept pictures here of the Horde Trooper.
well, and I'm glad because nobody had any idea what a Horde Trooper looked like. I'm glad they doodled
Well,
that up.
they
for
do
ya.
updates, but this one doesn't look like they did much of an update to him. He pretty much just looks exactly like a Horde Trooper. So
He looks very much like a classic Horde Trooper.
exactly. Next one.
And that has been...
Panther. Concept art by Emiliano Santalucia. I don't know if he's going to be fuzzy or not, but he's got a lot of options. His cool green horny helmet, and then it looks that I've never seen that one before.
The bone face?
Yeah, the bone one.
No.
That's pretty sweet with the big saber tooth teeth on it and shit. Pretty cool. That'll probably be expensive as fuck. And a battle cat. Oh, and look, a fucking little baby cringer. Hey, you see Steve's face?
Oh, I like baby cringer.
They're giving us a more realistic looking like tiger face, but also they're giving us a very Filmation looking tiger face, and then a baby cringer on top of that. So this one would be a difficult one to pass up if you need one, a ride for your He-Man.
How big is that thing? Those Mondos are like big,
It's
right?
big enough for a 12-inch He-Man to fit on.
Yeah. That's going to take up some fucking room.
God.
And then last,
Oh man, look at that! The drawing of Trapjaw looks like Trapjaw.
Yeah, but his arm is pretty cool.
his arm is
beefed up.
different. Yeah.
And he's got that strap, and his helmet shape is a little different.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like the loop actually
Loops.
loops, right? It's like broken off at the top.
Great. I can't put him on a string.
Right. That's what we always
would you-
wanted to do, is hang it from a fucking string.
Huh?
Why?
Because there's no loop on the top of his head.
Why would you? No. Why would you hang him from a string?
That's what they did in the commercial, so that's what you...
Yeah,
the
like
old
he
one had a
slides down
loop in
on
his
it
head, and you'd slide him down, and he'd be like... "Oh,
Which in
perfect."
theory it would, like if he was doing that in real life, it really wouldn't work out. He'd slam into a tree and he wouldn't be able to get down.
Well, even if he stopped, he'd be like... Then his head would be
Yeah,
stuck
then his
on a
head would be-
string,
he'd have
and
to
he'd
take
be
off his
"Arr,
helmet."
I can fight you as long as you come up here. Well, guys, I guess if he had the right arm attachment, he could cut the string.
This
Yeah.
is my fault. I
Immediately.
asked the question. This is on me, folks. It's on me.
We don't have any pictures, but we got a little tease on. It says Friday, July 6th. Stranger Things TMNT Playmates revealed. So Stranger Things and Turtles crossover. I don't have a lot of hope for this because Playmates is done like the Cobra Kai thing, and they all look like shit. So I don't know, man.
What was the one I saw the other day that was fucking stupid? It was a Turtles crossover. I just saw it. I was like, this is the stupidest fucking thing. Damn it.
Well, when you remember.
Yeah, I doubt it.
What'd you have up there next?
Stranger Things.
Hacks.
Epic Hacks. The Vitruvian Hacks universe. An epic series, and they're all fucking skeletons.
And these are still
Are these... What size?
375, aren't they?
That's actually a good question.
I thought that these were supposed to be 6-inch.
Yeah, I believe these are 6-inch.
So
6-inch for $30. That's a pretty good price.
it is, but I'm not a fan.
Really? That gladiator skeleton don't look cool to you?
No, when you're a Mythic Legions cuck, you can't like other stuff.
I mean, he's
Remember?
got furry undies, fucking battle axe, a nice mace, a horned helmet.
No, I kind of like when you say all that stuff. I'm like, yeah, I like all that stuff.
Barbarian skeleton? No?
The body, I don't like the body of the skeleton that much.
Okay.
Like
This
I don't
one-
like that. That looks weird to me.
It looks a little cartoony. It's
He looks swoopy.
yeah, he's kind of he does look
He looks
swoopy,
like
yeah.
he's like an S.
He's called the Grim Spectre skeleton. The bones are all blue and
Is he
stuff.
supposed to be swoopy? Like he's a specter?
Yeah, maybe because he's a ghosty guy.
See, that just doesn't. I hate to be I am a Mythic Legions cock. I'll admit it. It's true, but. And that right there might even be more realistic than a Mythic Legion. Like, physically?
Yeah.
I don't know. But just the huge leg armor on the skinny bone and everything, I'm just not... It's not doing it.
TMNT Street Fighter. Thank you, Just Shelve It.
Oh, okay.
I was like, that's dumb.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. There should be one more.
Cody's sleeping.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh, that was the gladiator skeleton. That was the name of that one. And the sorry. I said it all at one time. There you go.
There we go.
That's
Here
the
we
one.
come.
And this one's a green skeleton, and he's a pirate.
Oddly, I like this one the most.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, Trav just sent us some toy drama.
Of course he did. Tell him to show up. Yeah, pirate skeleton. I think he looks pretty sweet. I don't know that I'm going to pick these up. I do love skeletons, though, and they're pretty cool, but...
I think it's great for people to have the option to do this that love it. Probably won't be my thing.
So there you go. Some Boss Fight Studio stuff there. And this is from Diamond Select. a $175 Thing Premier Collection statue. Big old Ben Grimm, looking like cereal crammed together, like granola.
I wonder what CB's gonna think of this.
Yeah, look at that though. He looks very comic booky. He looks like he wants to punch me, but he also looks like he's going.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I think of that.
There he goes, another one. Very interesting. He looks cartoony to me.
He looks.
Maybe that's what they were going for. But I don't know. Lots of detail.
I get lost in his details.
It's almost like the way they did like the honeycomb of the rock. It camouflages all the detail of what the figure's actually
yeah,
doing.
it's hard to tell what that is. Could be the photograph too. It might not look like that in person.
Sure.
Right.
It's about 9 inches tall. So if you're into the thing, and you got $175 lying around, there's only 3,000 of them though, so you better jump on it.
Nice.
Yeah. Another Marvel Legends thing. Yeah, this is Mystique, and she comes.
Why is her right titty so much bigger than her left titty?
Because that one's closer to you. She's
'Cause
slightly turned to
It's
the
looking at you. This packaging for this. It's based. I believe this would be the cartoon version, right? Maybe.
It's gotta be.
Yeah, I'd say. The box looks like a VHS, which is pretty cool.
No idea what the figure looks like, but when you buy it, open it,
We'll
tell
get
us what
there.
you think.
We'll get there. Next picture, please, sir. There you go.
What's up with the little baby?
It's like, I don't know, but the big baby's got some kick-ass hair.
It doesn't look like baby Steve.
I need to get one of those and repaint it. Repaint it like baby Steve.
Oh, well, there you go. There's a reason to buy this thing if you didn't already love it.
Yeah, put a little gray in the hair, put a little Mythic Legions logo on the pacifier that you're sucking.
Next, another
Ooh.
Iron Studios picture. This or statue.
That is cool.
This is Stratos.
That is a badass version of Stratos.
You know, it's hard to get me excited.
It's hard.
About Stratos, but this looks badass.
I've always thought Stratos was badass. I don't know why people have a problem with him.
I don't know. He just doesn't stick out like the rest of the guys do, I guess.
Look at him.
I mean, yeah, this looks amazing. Looks like he's on some sort of woody tree structure flying above it, or like next to it. And there's like, what would you call that? Like smoke or like he's poofing off?
Yeah.
He's poofing off. That's what it is. It's poof.
If I could be critical, and if I was
Except for
going
the poopy, the
if I was
poofy
gonna
part,
make
I'm not a
this-
very good poofer.
this statue, I would have foregoed the smoke. Maybe put smoke coming out of the back of his jets, or flames to look like he's about ready. He's taking off. You know.
And there are flames, coming out of the jets.
Are there? Okay, I saw
Yeah,
something
yeah.
back there, but I couldn't.
Yeah, if you can you go to the previous? Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
you
they're
can kinda
tiny
see it.
though.
Yeah,
And I would make them, looking like there's really something happening there.
yeah. I want his shorts burned a little bit.
Yeah, I want his ass. He should have black
Chap
stains.
his ass. Yeah,
His whole back should be stained with like jet fuel.
blisters on his butt cheeks. In the chat, they're saying that that baby was repaint from the baby Hulk from Old Man Logan.
Well,
So-
it looked like a little Hulk.
Yeah,
For what? Why is it blue? This is where Travis.
Somebody said
Yeah,
it's
right,
Baby
where's Travis?
Nightcrawler.
Yeah, that could be.
Maybe that's a storyline.
Yeah, it's something we don't know.
Travis would pretend to know, and then Gary Rickman would correct him.
Mayfex Spider-Mans, plural. There's a couple here: the Scarlet Spider and just regular old Spider-Man. I don't know much about Mayfex.
Mayfex is a little higher end, but this isn't looking any much better to me than a
Like Marvel Legend.
Marvel Legend.
Yeah.
Maybe the soft good is a little.
That
Yeah.
hoodie's kind of neat.
Got the hoodie. He's kind of neat looking. 3 different heads. I like the little expressions there, but there's no. You can't really see it because there's no like wash or anything, but
Yeah, it could use a little bit of airbrushing.
just a little.
Put some, hit those.
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I'm talking about.
Shit, yeah. And then that's a
That's a sploogey
Kind of
photo.
suggestive.
Gotcha.
Picture of the classic Spider-Man. Couple of faces. Basically just eyes changing.
Yeah. I like the one on the left.
Yeah, with the big eyes.
Yeah.
I always love the big eyes, the big 90s eyes. I don't know how much those guys are, but they're 6.10 inches. There you go.
104.
104 for Scarlet Spider, and then 95 for classic costume Spider-Man.
Pass.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not doing Marvel stuff too much anyway.
Right.
But
They do look cool. Oh,
Oh, is there a RoboCop figure?
it came full circle.
Is that diecast?
that's white ass RoboCop.
We got some toy drama. If you, this is still toy news though. Wondar for Mattel Creations went on sale. It would be Friday morning, 9 o'clock their time and noon o'clock our time. And well,
Did anybody in our little Motu circle get him?
we all know that Motu Joe did not.
We all know
what
the
do you mean
Motu.
by that?
And we did. What's that?
What do you mean by that?
Oh, you didn't see his
Exposed.
yeah, he was talking about it in the chat and stuff like that. He
Oh
was,
yeah, I haven't read that chat in
oh,
years.
okay.
I don't think. I've
Oh,
even
is
part
that
of
where
it
that
anymore.
was?
In fact,
I didn't
think
even
I
see
left
it.
it a year ago.
Anyways,
But we all obviously didn't get him either.
even though we thought we did, son of a gun.
Yeah. What? Oh, you know something I just noticed. Oh no, never mind. Okay. So,
Oh, Travis is in the chat.
oh, is he? Because Stratos sucks. You're a little late, buddy.
Fart.
That was we talked about.
I can't
that
wait to
5,
read the
10
drama he
minutes ago.
sent. It's epic.
Yeah. Yeah, so this guy went on sale and he sold out in less than 2 minutes. Easy. Tons of people are complaining about this. It's become quite the chat amongst the Masters of the Universe groups, and yeah, well, the problem is when they throw up these exclusives, and we just saw a way Mondo did it good. 24-hour window, everybody gets a chance. This was a 2-minute window, and yeah. But then to add insult to injury, the people that missed out on him, a little while later, all of a sudden he was back up on the site.
He was back up, and I was pretty excited. And I got 2, got in my cart, checked out, got a confirmation, all set. Got a hold of my buddy Jeremy. Like, I got you, buddy.
Yeah,
We
I was
got
like,
him.
Fuck yeah.
Matt got one too.
Yep.
Matthew Rodriguez picks one up on the second round, I think. Look at
the cookie before I eat it. Steve never talked about it.
I was gonna make a big thing about that cookie, but I didn't do it. Yeah, and so then later that night we all got messages saying that our orders were canceled.
You and like every other person who ordered
in
from
on
that
that
second round.
Second round. So
that's
and then
quite
I heard he even went up a third time.
and that could be. Obviously I'm disappointed I didn't get him. I'm sure somehow, some way I'll get one down the line.
He'll probably show up at Walmart.
It makes me wonder if maybe they'll have a retail version. I don't know how it would be different, but they would probably have to do something a little bit different to him. Or he may even go up online again. They've been known to do that, but I don't.
Curtis says the Wonder Bread He-Man is actually more rare than the original.
Yeah, I mean at this point, might be.
Yeah, neither one of them are real. So.
Oh, and actually that's actually kind of notable is that this is the first time Mattel is actually publicly announcing the fact that this was a mail away or like a promotional.
No. Yeah, was that what they called it?
Yeah, a promotional version of from He-Man from the 80s. So that's a little notable, I'd say, now that it's been confirmed thanks to old Toy Guru. Yeah, people are fucking pissed though. I don't know. Thoughts? No thoughts?
It's collecting.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of the way.
Doesn't this suck? Because we have like every other figure, and like then this one comes up. It's like nope.
I'll get it.
Yeah.
I'll get it somewhere.
Even if it costs more, right?
It might cost me more. I know. I don't stress out about these things.
I don't stress out either because, like you've said, eventually you most likely will get it.
Somebody will need something that I got.
Then you get your that's what you do is you buy some extra stuff and be like, that's some trade bait.
Yeah.
Trade bait for the future. That being said, if anybody picked an extra one up, we're a couple of guys that could use one. So, love us, please. I don't know what is next. Toy drama. Do you want? Well, this could still be news if you want to do the video, maybe.
The video.
That one right there.
We could do that in toy news.
Yeah, it's toy news, I would say, kind of. Or kind of a butt plug thing, but Emil Wickman, huge Mythic Legions fan and huge friend of the show, actually made a fan trailer for a non-existent movie for Mythic Legions.
A non-existent movie that would have happened in the past, right?
Right. That it looks as though it might be from a 80s sitcom intro or something like that, featuring music by myself because, when Emil asks you to work with him, you say yes, as Steven knows. So, I think we should, yeah? All right, Cody's rounding it up here. We're going to play it for you guys out there. If not, definitely just look up Emil Wickman, EMIL WICKMAN on YouTube, and you will. This video will be amongst all of his others, which are also beautiful. Got a lot of clicking in the other.
So as he was making this, I remember him showing me a few pictures, like teasers, I would call them.
Yeah.
Oh, I think he's got it.
Yeah,
go.
It, yep.
I think it's going.
Oh, it's not going to show it? I thought when
Saw
you
it there
clicked
for
on
a second. Every time it starts to move, you click away. We're seeing it. Are you seeing that? I don't know if they're hearing it. Oh, just a bear. I think that bear's noble.
It's very pretty. I forget that people at home are going to see this.
I don't want to talk with you. I love that you left the part that it just fell apart.
Yeah. That's my absolute favorite.
You're not quite sure where he's looking.
That would just fell apart.
That man is a goddamn international treasure.
There you go. That was beautiful.
Good stuff. Good humor.
Yeah. Emil's a good guy.
Maybe he'll make the actual episode now.
Oh man, if he actually goes and does a movie or something, or an episode.
And he has to play all the parts.
Yeah, all the. Obviously, we can see that he can put two of him on the screen at the same time, so he's got the technology.
Yeah.
So, pretty awesome.
Awesome stuff.
Toy drama?
Yeah, Travis sent us some.
Okay.
And so the first one is a picture of a trash can with a sign that somebody made that says G.I. Joe Uncensored with an arrow pointing down.
Uh-oh.
Alluding to that site being trash, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
So, and then
Was
there's
this
some
a JoeCon or something?
Yeah,
Was it?
I believe so.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
okay.
This was at.
Yeah,
This
somebody-
wasn't just
this
a
is
meme or something.
No,
this was
a
in real
public,
life.
Yep.
Okay.
So
That's
then,
ballsy.
so the next picture is the explanation from Travis, and it says, "This is in GI Joe classified. I'm pretty sure it's $33.99 because of the latest price increase." And then Stephen Copeland says, "Why aren't these corporations listening to random Facebook guy? It's like they don't want to make money, and you obviously have all the answers." Matthew McGinnis replies and says, "Still harder. I'm sure they'll start mailing you all kinds of free shit for your loyalty." And then Steven comes back and says, "Are they aware of your qualifications?" And then the next picture is Transformers Generation 1G1. Anyone else notice in Stranger Things Season 3, Episode 1, the Ultra Magnus chasing Dustin? Season 3 takes place in 1984, and Ultra Magnus wasn't released until 1986.
Oh shit!
And then the fourth picture he sent, I think, is the first part to the comments I just read, because it says, "I couldn't believe the $33.99 price tag on this. It's obnoxious and it feels like a ripoff for a few extra redo accessories." Because apparently Travis sucks at the picture sending. And then the last picture is a picture from, I believe, JoeCon with a trash can, and above it is a sign that says G.I. Joe Uncensored with an arrow pointing down. So. Thanks, Trav.
We don't have
go. That's how toy drama works when he doesn't show up.
I wonder how that can went over.
Yeah.
I don't know. Adam Bradley Freeman had stuff to say though.
Oh, you think so?
No, I read I read his comment.
Oh, that was his comment.
So Travis seemed to miss that.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Sexy. What else we got?
Thanks, UPS guy.
Woo!
Nice.
What you guys? Did you guys bring some stuff?
I got a picture.
You got a picture?
Yeah.
All right.
What's it a picture of?
My thanks UPS guy. I wasn't gonna bring her in because I wasn't gonna. Boom.
Oh yeah.
She showed up. My tweeter head, Tila, showed up last week, and I picked her. I set her up. I put her on her on the shelf, and I was not going to bring her here for fear of breaking something.
Yeah, you wouldn't want a nipple to snap or something.
Or that sword. Ugh.
Oh, that's
the
true.
arm to fall off because it's actually held on there by a magnet because it's a swappable arm.
Oh, is it?
Well, it is if you've got which I don't. I didn't have the exclusive. If you have the exclusive, the whole arm comes off, and then instead of a sword, she's got the staff of Ka.
Ah, okay.
Which I didn't have. So,
Ooh, that might stink.
I did. You know, that's how I display her.
With her butt cheek.
Yep.
Yeah,
just
buddy.
like that. She's facing the wall. And no, that's a stock photo. I did bring a photo of actually how she fits into my display at the moment. She's just amongst a bunch of.
She is huge.
Yeah.
That's a big bitch.
Yeah.
Freak, keep it in the circus.
No, she looks awesome though.
She
looks
is
very
beautiful.
Smooth.
She's beautiful. I was putting her together, and my daughter's.
Why did you have to put a statue together? That seems weird to me.
Because she's got swappable heads. Oh. So. And she fits on the. She's not part of the base. You got to set her on the base, and there's like rods that go into the base, and you put her arm on and her head, and pick which head you want. So I was putting her together on the thing, and my daughters were like, "Well, guess we know why Dad got that."
Because he's a boy.
And then I pointed out, I go, "Why would you say that?" "Well, look at her." And I'm like, "Look at Skeletor. He's more naked than her.
Yeah.
You can't see
That's
her belly
true.
button."
He's so naked he doesn't have skin on his face.
But literally, his navel's showing.
Oh yeah.
He's way more naked. I mean, He-Man's more naked
His
than her
actual
too.
naked tits are showing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
I'm like, so who's got the double standards now, huh?
And in some media, he's portrayed with zero underwear underneath
That's
that thing.
butt cheek Skeletor is a thing.
So. Well,
My
I
daughter's
gotta
no-
find a new gig.
My daughters know when to back down.
Yeah. That's pretty funny. That's awesome. Anything else?
No, that's what I got this
No?
week. And
Pete didn't bring in his metal dice that he got.
I didn't. They're
Breaks-
already in my.
Breaks my heart.
I had to use my.
how long has it been since you played D&D?
A week.
Really?
Yeah, we play almost every 2 weeks. We just played. This last one was our 33rd session on this campaign. We've been playing for almost 2 years. So
Wow.
I thought you had taken a break.
no, we've been
He's on it.
still playing.
Beautiful.
Remember that game we were going to do?
It's not on me.
That's so funny.
How is it not on you? I don't know these people.
You were the one. I'm not gonna do this with these two.
I set it up and then you canceled, and then you never rescheduled it with your people. I can't do it.
Moving on.
I brought some stuff. Not a lot, but I brought some stuff.
What you got?
I got some He-Mans from the new CGI Netflix cartoon. I got Triclops. Pretty neat. There we go. Pretty cool looking. This is one of my favorite designs for the action figures for this TV show. I think he's pretty sweet. He doesn't come apart like I had hoped.
That's really the thing that he should.
Right. So yeah.
Because Triclops is only a helmet.
Right. The helmet and then like the shoulder pieces or whatever it is, and yeah. So
in this series.
Yeah. So who knows who the person is underneath the visor here, but
it's a total redesign, and which is why I hate it. And
but you can tell it's him, and it's a good redesign, I think, anyway. But
so it's like this floating helmet that just takes control over people.
Right.
And so that person is a random person it took control over.
Unless there's something in the future where maybe he takes control of one person like forever or something. But yeah, as of right now, it's just a blank body. So pretty cool though. And then I got my Masterverse. I actually got all 4 from the set, but
where'd you find them?
It was Big Bad Toy Store.
Oh, okay.
Yep. I got the Barbarian He-Man from Masterverse. Very cool looking. And actually, we had talked before about that one's helmet being a little too high, and I think this one looks pretty good.
It does. He comes with another head, doesn't he?
He does. Oops. I'm trying. I could do a little better than Travis. I'm trying to do it for the video here, but there's the bag. I mean, he could use a little wash on his gold parts and stuff, but overall, let me see if I can't spin him without fucking it up. It comes with a boot knife, and a battle axe and a sword, and of course a couple hands, and then this. I don't know if that's gonna show up. There we go. This boring.
You don't like it?
I don't like it. No, it never looks good. His face never looks good. But, yeah, that's it.
His hair's kind of.
Yeah, it's just kind of like
nobody
can get his hair right or something. I don't know. He just looks weird. But I think he's a pretty cool design. The Skeletor obviously is really cool too.
That's not the same head that's on the other He-Man though. This one isn't. Right?
No, it's different. It looks kind of boring with without the helmet on. I don't know. Fuck him up, man. Rip him apart.
All right.
I feel you, Cody.
I didn't mean to do that.
What's up? Anything else?
No, that's all I brought.
You doing thanks, UPS guy?
Yeah.
All right.
Just like that.
Well, I was going to talk a little bit about, because I don't think anybody else here is going to really care to see it until maybe it comes out on streaming or something. But
Yeah, probably not even then.
No, probably not. I don't even know that I've seen the first one all the way through.
I haven't.
yeah, they do come off. That's awesome.
Oh, okay.
So I went and saw Top Gun, and I want to talk about it because Cody, you didn't see it.
No, I just rewatched the old one.
You just rewatched the old one.
But
So I'm gonna go forward here. So if you don't want Top Gun spoilers, you should probably jump off here. We're gonna probably maybe talk some Stranger Things after this, but I'm not gonna get too. I'm not gonna take too much time on it. But I want to just tell you that this is okay. So I wasn't gonna go see this movie in the theater because Tom Cruise just.
He's a wiener.
Yeah, he's kind of a wiener.
Kind of a wiener.
And if you know about all the crazy Scientology stuff and him not seeing his daughter for 10 years because she's not a Scientologist because she was raised by, he's just got some weird stuff going on in my opinion. So I try not to support him, but I am a huge Top Gun fan. When I was a kid, I loved that freaking movie and watched it a gazillion times.
Really?
Yes.
I played the video game. That's about it.
The video game was impossible.
Yeah, it sucked.
I tried to play the video
game. You
game.
never land.
You
Level
can't
one,
land.
boom,
I don't know how to land. Can you land? Have you landed?
I've seen people do it, but I can't.
Okay.
I was inverted.
are
I
you doing up
currently
there?
am inverted.
International relations.
Yes. Give it him. You know, the finger. Yes, I know the finger goose. So. But then I start hearing all this great stuff about the movie. Like, everybody's like, you gotta see it, you gotta see it, you gotta see it. So then I got sold, and I'm like, all right, Father's Day, like I said, we're going to see it. We see it. And I'll tell you what, this is how you do it, folks. This is how you do it. All right? This pisses me off about all the stupid movies where they don't know how to do it. This is a movie where you say, hey, what would you like to see in a Top Gun movie? And you say this ridiculous stuff. Okay? That you know they're not going to give you because they never do, because they want to subvert your expectations. You'd say something stupid like, hey, you know what I'd like to see? Something crazy like, I don't know, Maverick flying a 20 or 30-year-old F-14 plane with Goose's son in the back instead of Goose. I'd like to see that. And you'd think, ain't no way in fuck they're going to give us that. You know what they did? They fucking gave us that. They said, fuck you. What do you want to see?
Super sad when he crashed and he killed Goose's son. So
Right.
You know, I mean, we've got, you know, what do we want to see? We want to see Maverick still badass, still cocky, giving the finger to the fucking establishment, saying, you know what, fuck you, I don't need to be a goddamn admiral, because I want to be in the cockpit of a plane with my hair on fire, like the character you all know and love. 30 fucking years ago. We didn't say, you know what, Maverick, it's been 30 years or whatever it is. We need to see a different side of Maverick. Let's give him some character growth. Let's make him down and out. Let's make him all fucking, like, let's do something crazy no one's expecting.
Yeah,
let's make him scared
make it all about
to
Boba
clot, scared to fly. Let's make Maverick scared to fly. And he has to go to therapy. People are coming for a jet show, but they don't know they're going to actually get this therapy session. And then really he has to come to terms with the fact that he killed his best friend, and now his son is gonna help him through therapy so he can finally try to fly at the end. But it's not going to be a jet. It's going to be a biplane.
did you enjoy the movie?
Love the fucking movie.
Then what are you bitching about?
I'm just saying.
I loved the movie.
Great.
This is what they could have done to make me hate it. I loved it, but I want to spend all my time focusing on what would have made me angry,
All the
as
other
opposed to
movies-
just fucking celebrating the movie.
I just want everybody to understand that that's what they could have done, and that's what I was expecting them to do because of all the other fucking shit they fucked up. Everybody fucks everything up. This said, fuck you. We're giving you everything you want. You want crazy fucking flying jets doing shit they can't even probably fucking do, but we're going to say they really did it because they did probably really do it. They just had to get crazy camera angles, but it's crazy. We're like, yeah, we're going to make fucking Maverick get in there, you know, and he's going to be the best. We're not going to make him broken. They're going to be like all these fucking crazy pilots that have been through Top Gun. They're like, yeah, we're the best of the best. Who's going to train us? Nobody's better than us. And then Maverick does some shit, and they say, that's impossible. And he jumps in a fucking plane, and he does it. And he says, fuck you, I'm Maverick. That's the kind of movie you walk out of going, yeah, my testosterone's up. I'm fucking proud to be an American.
He walks out with the hardest boner he's had in 3 years.
My testosterone is fine without seeing Tom Cruise. So
It wasn't Tom Cruise. It was Maverick. That's how I justify it.
right.
It was, you know,
Did Val Kilmer make an appearance?
he did. Val Kilmer is there.
was he Iceman? Is that
He
his name?
definitely is ice.
He's as cold as ice.
He's the only reason Maverick's like not been like kicked out, because he's the admiral. He's the big dog, and he keeps his buddy Mav
Gotcha.
because Maverick's broken every fucking rule he can.
So what was Val Kilmer fucked up in this movie?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. They wrote it in that he had cancer.
Oh, okay. All right.
So,
Interesting. Did he talk?
well, they did a whole thing where
At one point, he did say, "You guys are dangerous," but that was it.
they did a whole thing where Maverick had to come see him, and his wife tells Mav when he comes to the door, she's like, it's not good. The cancer's back. He's in a lot of pain. It hurts to talk. So they justified it, and then he went into a room, and then Val's like typing on a computer the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But then at the end, he wants to tell him something, and he tells him with his own voice, which I don't think is actually Val Kilmer's voice. I think they had a guy talking like this or something. But I don't know.
I remember them saying there was something about that some technology that they were going to use, like somehow to get his voice in there.
I think they're probably talking about the computer, maybe.
Yeah, but I want to say that it was like based like on his actual voice or something. I mean, I could be, I don't know. I don't know a lot of shit. So, but I remember reading something about this before. So,
but it was a great way to include him and make him a part of the movie.
That's
like
cool.
I actually feel like Anthony Daniels, is that his name or is that C-3PO? What's the real guy's name that played Goose?
Oh, I have no clue.
Anthony something. He was a doctor at ER.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyways, I feel like he was in the movie and he wasn't because he was just such a big part of it.
Right.
You know.
So his spirit was all over the bitch.
Oh, he was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just dripping with goose.
Yeah. It was just right from the start. It was like Maverick's in this like he's testing planes, like high tech shit.
Yeah.
And they're trying to break like Mach 10 flight speeds. And of course they're going up and their goal today is to like hit Mach 8 or Mach 9 or something. But then they get a call and they're like, they're shutting us down. We haven't reached Mach 10. So you know what Maverick's going to do.
He's going to reach
He's going to say,
10.
fuck it. And I'm going to we got one flight left. Fuck it. I'm going to fucking push this plane to Mach 10.
And then he shits his colon out.
It's awesome. He's fucking breaking, and you know he's Maverick. So they do this whole great scene where the admiral's actually coming there physically shut him down. But Maverick's got to he's got to get up and get in the air before he even gets there. And he's up there, and the guys tell him, I knew they're setting it up so perfectly. The guy's like, now remember, we only need Mach 10.
Oh, so he's going to go over.
Yeah, of
He's
course.
going to go over.
So you see
Mach 47!
and the whole thing's fucking shaking, and he's gonna be, and he sees Mach 10 pop up, and they're like, okay, back it off. And Maverick's like, fuck you. 10.1. 10.2. The whole thing, and he has to eject, and it's fucking, it's just, he's like, fuck you.
God damn, I have a
How
boner right
many
now.
times does he actually say "fuck you" in the
Never,
movie?
but I did. Okay. I was in the theater every time that happened.
There
I
was
was
a little
like,
kid next to me. I kept going,
Get
"Fuck you,
everybody in here,
kid!"
pussies.
Steve stands up, throws his fucking popcorn at people.
Yeah.
Fuck you!
Fuck you and your grandma for bringing you here. Fuck you too, grandma.
They even had, I see Great Balls of Vine Creep chimes in with Great Balls of Fire. What would you like to see? I'd like to see Rooster, who is Goose's son, sitting at a piano in that same bar singing Great Balls of Fire like Goose. They gave it to us. And he's even got the fucking mustache. He looks just as I'm like, they gave us every fucking thing we wanted. If people would learn from this and just give us the shit, I would be this excited about everything. I'd be this excited about Star Wars. I'd be this excited about He-Man. I'd be this excited about G.I. Joe. But they don't want to do that. They want to give us some other bullshit we didn't ask for. I'm done.
God damn. I'm
That worked out perfect because I just beat my game of solitaire. So,
and I'm over here rock hard.
Stranger Things.
Pulled it off.
Spoilers.
Stranger Things.
Part 1 of season 4,
Yeah,
I guess.
season 4. Pirate Foot.
So, you know, what they could have done is they could have kept trying to take these teenage kids and now they're getting adults. They're all shaven now. They're all grown women. And then force them into these high school roles where they don't even freaking look right. And the goddamn teachers in the school are the same age as the kids. And it's totally obvious. And then they could have made it so they're all new friends. We're playing D&D. Look at it. But no, they didn't. What they did is they actually made it look like these kids aged. And they're getting ready to get out of school eventually. And I really liked that.
How'd you really feel?
I really enjoyed it so far.
Yeah.
So I think
first
the writing is
episode
superb.
Yeah.
Superb.
That's the one.
Superb. I think the writing's great. I'm the first one to kind of laugh like, okay, you guys, let's finish this up because these kids are too old.
Right.
You know what I
You've heard
mean?
what they're gonna do.
What?
There's gonna be a season 5,
Well,
and they're saying that there's gonna be a big time jump.
according to IMDb, they've got season 5 episode 1 listed, and I didn't know that officially, but I did see that on.
And I've
there.
heard that
So,
it's going to be in the 90s. So they're gonna catch up, so everybody looks how they're supposed to look.
Oh, interesting. All right.
little kind of like some it shit.
Some it shit.
So, but no, the writing's great. The visual
Harry
stuff
Harrington
is.
is 30.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's hot.
the
That first episode, dude, when the first chick like got brought up in the air and shit
yeah.
started snapping.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm like, Oh, they're go. Wow.
This is horror.
Yeah.
This is horror.
Yeah, like
Cody,
that's-
get the fuck in here.
Yeah, Cody, come get a mic. Come talk Stranger Things with us, buddy. You still look like you could be in high school, so.
Sit in Travis's chair.
Everyone's seducer code.
Travis.
You just got to feel for Travis. You ain't got to do much.
All right. Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was really good.
You got this toenail?
Get up to that mic when you talk.
Get it. I'll get all up in it. Don't forget to mind the stepchildren.
Oh my god.
I really liked Eddie.
I loved Eddie.
He was a good addition. Normally, I get scared when they add new people because it's like, is this person just going to take away? Are they going to focus too much on some comedic element or whatever?
Yeah.
But no, immediately I'm like, I could have probably hung out
I
with
did
this
not
guy.
like Eddie at first.
And well,
At the school lunch table, I didn't like Eddie.
but I think that was the intent. I think it was specifically written that way. You're kind of like, oh, this mother, and then you're like,
They're hanging out with
okay,
this dick.
yeah, The one thing that I will say, my only complaint of the various parts of the show is the arguing and yelling. There's like numerous times where there's multiple people yelling and arguing and freaking out, and it like causes me real anxiety.
That's what the show is.
I'm in the front, like the front yard, and there's a house on fire, and I'm calmer than I am watching Stranger Things. I just just get it over with. You know what I mean?
There's some high emotions. I felt really
The bullying stuff,
The whole show.
the bullying
Yeah,
stuff
why?
zinged pretty hard. I thought.
Jesus Christ. When she when she took the roller skate to the chick's face.
Ooh, that was
Sweet.
brutal.
God
Sweet.
damn. This thing is fucked.
I had it set up for you, but you didn't like it because it was upside down. It would have never moved on you.
What about the new best friend?
How's that?
The I don't remember his Argyle or I can't remember.
Argyle.
The dude with the long hair, right?
Yeah, the stoner.
Yeah.
Talking into the back of
When
it.
he's at the
Jesus,
parents'
damn it.
parents' table eating, he's like, "This is smacking."
Yeah,
There we go.
Oh, that guy. Yeah.
I thought he was funny.
I don't like how they made the brother into a stoner. Like I don't think he does a good job at that role.
Right.
It
I don't
doesn't
think
fit
I
his
even like
character.
I don't think I like that character at all.
Right.
I never really have liked his character.
He always looked like he's 50.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he's kind of got a sour face.
Yeah,
looks like he's
let's
supposed-
face it.
like
Every
a
single person in this show is ugly. They're like drop dead ugly. Every one of these characters. Even Nancy. Like I used to think Nancy was kind of cute. Nah.
Not Steve
nah.
the Hair Harrington.
No, okay,
Yeah.
I'd fuck Steve, but that's it.
And the guy on that show, or
Oh, what?
I think the women.
Well,
Paul
I got
Paul
something. His
Reiser
name's
looks good
Steve.
for 80.
yeah, well, yeah.
You know who looks like an absolute doucher, and his character is a doucher? Papa. Like the
Yeah.
fact that they call you Papa, and then like when Elle is little, and it's all feathered, and he's got the sideburns. I'm like, you look like a fucking creep.
Yeah.
Oh wait, that's right, you are a fucking creep. You have all these kids call you Papa, you fucking creep.
I will say all that stuff inside the labs or whatever, where they go around to show all the kids getting murdered and all that shit. Like that's fucking pretty brutal stuff, man.
Brutal.
okay. So one of the things I do not like, and it doesn't ruin the show for me, but the jock kid, the basketball player leader kid,
Yeah.
I can't stand that kid.
Oh, he's
No,
a
hate
fucking
and it's
asshole.
not, and you're not supposed to like him.
Right.
But what I don't like about him is who talks like that as a high schooler? Who like goes into like the town hall high school kid and fucking like rallies everybody?
Yeah.
And it's like who he talks like he's a freaking politician, fucking just. We haven't. What are we under attack?
I don't know.
Oh, not sure what that was.
We're hearing a lot of. Oh, it doesn't.
I know who we're eating first.
It's okay. It's okay. Maverick's up there.
Random
Um,
noises. Yeah,
no.
and he looks like he's like way older as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he carried, and the part of it too is I think you kind of showing the caste system of you, if you will, of the levels of people and where you stand. He is the ultimate jock. He's the all-American. Everybody respects him. He's handsome. He's with the hot cheerleader. He's all that. And well, guess what? In a small town, that's how that person is. They can do whatever they want. They can have this old abandoned house that they all just party in and spray paint. And the cops are like, well, we're not really sure you guys have permission to be here, but you know what I mean? Like he just kind of gets away with anything because of who he is.
Yeah.
Very Varsity Blues. I don't want your life,
Yeah.
you know?
I like that his girlfriend was hanging out with the stoner.
Yeah. Well, yeah, trying to fix what was going on, but it obviously addressed mental health issues, and it hit some real life topics that are, and it's always been kind of very. There's what's going on in society right now. It's a very woke show, if you will, and but I like how they fleshed out. I'm stupid. I should know her name. The redhead girl. I like how they
Max.
Max. Yep. Yeah. I like how they've kind of fleshed her out a little bit more. We've got to see
she's a
more
character
of
I'm
her,
really starting to enjoy.
Yeah, absolutely.
The last season, she was okay, but she's.
Well, you're kind of like, oh, she's kind of a standoff bitch, and then you get into this, and
you find out why.
Yeah, you start to realize, well, this is why she is this way. This new life with this stepfather of hers was creating this new life for them, and things were supposed to be better, and then this shit happened, and he bugs out and fucking just leaves them desecrated in the trailer park, and
Yeah, that is kind of fucky.
She should be mad at her mom, if anybody.
Right.
If her mom was hotter, she could have got a better high-class guy.
It is kind of, to me, it's like she seems to focus a lot on Billy, which she kind of hated that guy, so it is kind of weird. I understand that it is her stepbrother or whatever, but he did make the sacrifice at the end.
But that's kind of, they kind of, and I thought they put a really nice bow on that, because obviously each person has something in their life. Vecna is using a trauma to get in, and her trauma was the guilt of not trying to help Billy.
Right.
And they brought that full circle, because you don't know that to start, because you're like, oh, she hated him. Mm-hmm. And, then her letter to him that she reads out loud, it just put a really nice bow on that arc of the story. And I thought it was really neat how they did it.
They're doing a good job.
Yeah, the Duffer Brothers got it going on. And the last time a brother duo did something revolutionary and amazing, they both became women. So I'm really kind of hoping the Duffers stay men. So
what are your thoughts on
the Matrix? The two brothers that did the Matrix are now both.
I've only seen the first one. So.
Really?
So yeah, and they are ugly women. Like, no disrespect, y'all, but you're ugly.
Like
what are your
this show.
thoughts on Vecna?
I thought he looked amazing.
Yeah.
I did not expect him to end up being
that was
number one.
That was a fucking great twist, man.
So that threw me off. But I really dig especially the effects and stuff, and the things he can do, and he's very creepy looking. I dig that.
He is. I've went down the rabbit hole a little bit about that actor, and because I wasn't sure if that was really the same guy being Vecna in.
Oh yeah,
Monster Vecna versus.
Yeah, there's videos of him getting all dressed up in the makeup and everything.
That's actually the same actor.
Yeah.
Even his voice.
Oh
they
wow.
They just digitize it
with very little digitizing, if any, because he was like, they told him they were going to give him and he's like, no. And they're like, what? Well, how are you going to do it? And he did it. And he did it at a fucking award show. He was in line, and he does it for a second, and I'm like, fuck, that's it.
No way.
I'm not saying they didn't do anything to it. But
right.
He gets damn close.
That's sweet.
That is cool.
I think they spent maybe it was good for story, but they spent a lot of time trying to get Elle to get her powers back, and I don't know, maybe I was the only one, but I really was getting bored in a lot of that stuff. They kept going through, it's like she would, no, I'm not gonna do it, and then I'm gonna do it because I gotta get my power. Then I'm not gonna do it, and then I'm gonna, and fucking I hate that Papa guy, and it's just some of that shit drove me nuts. But
I think I think that was all obviously building to her. All of a sudden she realizes that she's a murderer and she killed all these people.
Right.
Only to then find out that she didn't hurt those people.
Right. It was,
and she needed to fall and hit rock bottom. And then that was the all-encompassing redemption arc for her.
Sure.
Because we all go through this whole thing thinking she killed all these kids.
Mm-hmm.
And then, no, he did. Okay, well, that's how she gets her powers back. That's how ultimately moving forward realizes that she's a good person and is the hero and not the villain.
Yeah.
So is Paul Reiser a good guy?
Gooder.
You know who he is? You know which one? He's the guy he's the doctor that picked her up and took her
the
to
one that calls her kiddo.
Yeah.
I keep waiting for him to be slimy, but I have a sneaky suspicion that he does really care and he is a good guy, but he's ultimately the good guy that knows that she is a tool to stave off something bigger. So it's not necessarily truly about Elle. It's about what Elle can do.
I think at this point, Elle knows that that's what she is too, though. They're like, we need you to get your powers and take care of this.
Right.
Shit.
Well, he
She's
was
like,
very straight up with her about that, But that doorway in the middle of the desert was just cool looking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
none of us have talked about the Russian storyline
inside fart
with Hop and
Yeah, that
So that guy, I don't know the actor's name, the crazy
David
one.
Harbour. Oh no,
Yeah.
the
The
guy
one
that
that's helping with
the
the
one that knows
beard.
kung fu now.
Yeah. Yep. I'm like,
that blew me away.
the first time I recall seeing him in a role, he plays Will Ferrell's ex-girlfriend Christina's new husband in The Other Guys, and he's got his beard and he's just annoying as shit, and he's laying there and he's like, I know you probably think because of the beard that I'm really hairy, completely shaved, and he just says weird shit like that,
Murray, that's the
And-
name of the guy on the show.
But as far as like kooky, eccentric out there, and the fact that they actually gave him the ability to do some fight scenes and he had
See-
some balls, I thought that was so much fun.
Because we all thought he was bullshitting.
Yeah, we all-
black belt and blah blah blah. And then when he starts actually doing it, I'm like, this guy might have just become my favorite character on the show.
And the way he speaks Russian, like fluently,
He's just, it's like he's got like an ace up his sleeve every single time.
But he
and, like,
has been able to do that in previous the Russian speaking
right
in previous seasons.
yeah, because he's a
I had forgotten that, but my kids are
Right.
rewatching it again.
Yeah.
So I'm seeing when they met him and everything, and when and he can speak Russian. But that's like I thought he didn't just pull that out of his ass for this season.
right.
Yeah.
Well, and what's crazy too is when Vecna is trying to get Max, and they're doing the flashbacks, and you see how young these kids were, because you got to remember it's 4 seasons in the real world. 4 seasons of a show typically means 4 years. That's not the case here.
No, it's,
Because if you remember, there was elongated periods of time, and then COVID shut down. So we're talking probably close to 7 or 8 years in 4 years of TV time. And I'm looking back like, holy shit, they were babies when this thing came out, man.
which brings up the fact that they did the de-aging thing with Elle when in the labs.
they
there.
didn't. That is a different actress.
What?
The baby Elle that we see, or the younger Elle, that is another actress. I read that.
But they didn't put her face on her or anything?
No, it's according to what I read, it's another actress that that looks like her.
Because to me, like, there were some funky, like, it looked like
Kinda
bad
looked funny.
CGI in some cases. So if that's the case, then wow, chick's got a messed up face too.
Maybe I read it wrong.
Well, I know they would have needed another actress anyways to put her face on.
Right,
It's just like Captain America when they made him skinny. They had a little skinny guy
right.
that was doing a lot of
threw
that.
his face on it.
Yeah.
No, yeah, people are freaking out over Millie Bobby Brown's incredible Stranger Things doppelganger.
Wow.
That is a different actress.
Holy shit. Okay.
Dude, it looked so good to me. I just assumed when I first saw her, I assumed that this was always the plan, and they filmed this shit
So they, like,
when she
already
was
had
that
tapes.
age.
Oh, interesting.
Watching the TV, you may have wondered, filmed years ago, were created with help of CGI, perhaps digital CGI, younger 11th year than one.
So, Cody,
Neither CGI nor young. The actor plays. She's just the product of really good casting, acting, and directing.
Beautiful. That's awesome.
favorite
there's a
character.
picture of them next to each other.
Wow.
Probably
Okay.
the new best friend.
The new best friend.
Yeah, it's close with him and Eddie, but yeah, probably him.
Pete, favorite character.
My favorite character, I think, is Eddie.
Yeah.
I mean, just of the new characters, you know what I mean. My favorite character is Dustin. I just love how he plays that part, and I love how, you know what I mean. There's a part of me too that, and this probably sounds sappy to alphas like Steve, but the way they kind of embraced the disability and like actually make jokes, like he makes jokes about it,
Right, and then he's
but
like, too far.
Then he gets on Steve for doing. I thought that was kind of neat, but I really love how, like, he has this kind of like this love interest. You know what I mean? Like the girl on the computer and the radio, like that doesn't obviously live anywhere near there. I think he's all over. He's my favorite character, but this season I really enjoyed Eddie. So, but I love the Hellfire Club, like the idea of it, and I love the fat kid in the club, and I love that kind of dynamic. You know?
Jeremy?
I would probably Murray.
Yeah.
Probably. Like,
Yeah, well, when you bring that up, that pushes me that way too.
he probably not before, like last season. It's like, okay, like he's an interesting character, but they kind of upped him. And it used to be Hop. Like, I really liked Hopper a lot. But in this, like, he's not really able to be Hopper. He's just kind
He's
of
defeated Hop.
right,
Yeah.
and angry Hop like the
Right.
entire time. And I mean, granted, his story I think was pretty good. I mean, running with the bare feet through the snow and like
one hole. He only smashes one of his legs. So how does he get the cuff off the second foot?
I don't know.
I don't
Never
know.
noticed.
I don't
You know
know.
what I mean? Because he has the guy standing behind him,
Yeah.
hit him. He does that in order to disarticulate his ankle, so he can get the cuff off.
Right.
Right?
Right. Yeah.
Then he takes the second one off his regular foot.
Yeah, I don't know.
And that bugged me a little bit. And there's no fucking way you're going to walk on that injury. None.
no.
I mean, that's what I do for a
Or
living. There's no
run.
fucking way you're walking with that injury. So, but in all the far-fetchedness. But I honestly, one of the surprising characters in this show was the Yuri was just kind of fun, you know. But the guard that gets double crossed, the one that's helping Hopper,
Yeah.
they actually gave him
He's
a
fun.
little depth. you
Yeah,
know?
I thought they were just gonna kind of like, okay, well, he got his comeuppance type of thing, but
Right.
then like,
Yeah.
no,
Oh, hey, he's
kinda-
going to get what he gets, but then ultimately they realize we're better together,
Yeah.
you know? And the trick with the fight, because he knows about the Demigorgon and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I thought it was really well done.
and that whole scene there, that whole with the Demogorgon taking everybody out
Oh,
and
yeah.
shit, and him, you know, fending him off with the fire and stuff. I love that whole thing.
Yeah, that was good stuff.
So do you think it was Vecna the whole time, since season 1?
I thought they made that clear.
No, it's still somebody. It's still somebody bigger than Vecna, because the comment they made was
Oh, by the way,
the
no one asked me who my favorite character was.
welcome to my world. So
But I'm not going to be a little bitch.
Yeah, continue.
I'm not going to be a little bitch as I'm bringing it up like a little bitch.
I'm just proving that.
Yeah.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know.
We're all
The
idiots.
what all that proves is that you didn't care what our favorite character was. You just were looking for a way to shit on me.
Which is what he
So-
typically always does. He asks us
Right.
just because he wants us to ask him, but then we forget about it and we move on, just like you guys just did.
Right.
But I didn't want to whine about it. I just want to point out that Pete would.
And yet we're whining about it. So
Who's your favorite character?
Steve the Hare Harrington has always been. He's the best.
He's a good
fun.
character.
He's a heroic. He started out as a slime ball the first season, character arc. Now he's buddies with Justin. He's the freaking guy that rips his shirt
Or
off
Dustin.
and dives down and says,
Yeah.
I'm a fucking swimmer. I'll take care of this shit.
He got
He's
chewed on by the
always-
bats.
always fucking
Yeah.
grabs a weapon. I love that about him.
Yeah.
He, whether it's a
Lamp
golf club, a board,
The
a
cord
fucking
still
baseball
hanging off
bat,
of it.
Yeah.
he'll fucking pound nails into shit. He's like a knucklehead, airhead, fucking
Yeah.
dummy. But when chips are down, you can count on Steve the Hare, and I'm afraid he's gonna die.
Do you think that
I
he
don't-
should
I
be
don't-
with that girl?
yes, we're coming back to that.
I think so. I don't know if he should because I think he's too hot for her. But if he loves her, then he should.
Right,
have what he wants.
right.
I don't see how we get out of this season intact. The nature of television and movies these days, one of these people are going to die. And I have
Because
a sneaky
they've given-
suspicion it's going to be the brother, the one that we don't like. And that's why that's going to have the opening back for Steve then, because she won't cheat on him because he'll be dead. So
Oh, you think Will's gonna die? Not Will.
no, Will's
No.
brother,
Will's big brother.
Yeah.
the dum dum.
I can't
But
think of
they-
that guy's
See,
name.
I kind of felt like they gave Steve some really heroic moments, and that's building up to a death.
And that could be. But he also there was
Jonathan.
also still the goofball, and he would still make some of the comments which made me so happy. They mentioned that the Demigorgon is the foot soldier, Vecna's like the 5-star general.
Yeah.
And what that leads me to believe is, okay, what or who or whatever this is tried with the Demigorgons and failed. Now we're bringing in the big guns. He's ultimately going to fail, which means that we're going to ultimately have to defeat the big one, or we're going to defeat Vecna. Everything's going to be fine. Flash forward to 20 years later into the 90s, and we realize, nope, there was something bigger than Vecna, and now it's back.
See, I thought we
So-
had the Demogorgons, then that big ass thing.
The Mind Flayer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mind Flare.
Yep.
And then
But is the Mind Flayer still around?
Don't know.
I don't know.
See, and I think that's what they were alluding to, is the big one. The Mind Flayer sent the Demigorgons. That didn't work. Now it's Vecna, but he's still a soldier for the Mind Flayer.
So the Mind Flayer is what got control of Billy
Yes.
Right.
and all those other people.
Yes. So the only reason that I kind of thought that it was Vecna was because what we were just talking about before the podcast. When you go back and it's Will gets taken in the beginning, there's the clock noise, which is kind of interesting.
Right, and what we were saying, like the Duffer Brothers have said that they've gone back and they've George Lucased a couple of things.
Yeah.
The one thing I said earlier was how Joyce says Will's birthday is March 22nd, but then in this new season, March 22nd comes around, they like the date, and like nobody talks to Will about his birthday at all. Like, yeah, that wouldn't happen. So they ended up going back and saying, like, putting May over her mouth because it looked like she said, it would come across like she actually said it,
It could have worked
But-
though, because that was the day that he like was super grumpy.
Right, right, yeah, they
It's
could
all
have like
pouty.
16
Yeah.
candles did or something,
Right.
but yeah. So and they said that they've gone back and done that with other things too. Like they said, George Lucas stuff. So I mean, maybe that's something
Maybe
they
they-
added,
yeah.
or maybe it was always there, and
Yeah, that's true.
we just didn't know. But I mean, it's a one hell of a series, that's for sure.
Yeah. And we have 2 more.
Do you think maybe we'll get
Yeah.
a spin-off series of a Demigorgon, and it'll be like that, like a Demigorgon, but trying to be good? Even though everybody just assumes that they're vicious creatures, and then everybody wants them to just be violent, but then guess what?
All he wants to do is have a hug.
Right, there's actually depth to Demigorgon, and they want to be the mayor and what have you. 'Cause that'd be kind of cool.
You think Barb's ever coming back?
No,
No, it's
Do you
too
think
long.
she's done?
She's
Yeah.
done.
Watch her be the big
If I
bad.
get anybody back, I want Bob back.
I miss Bob.
Bob was good.
I liked Bob.
Bob, who was Bob?
Sean Astin.
Frodo.
Oh, Bob. Yeah. Poor
Frodo.
Bob.
Sam.
It was a
He was Sam.
wolf-like creature that got him, one of
Yeah,
the
he went
Demigorgon
out.
wolves, right?
What about what was it? The doctor, Alexei? Lily liked that guy.
Oh yeah, yeah,
the,
yeah.
the Russian guy.
Yeah. That's why I remember, because what's his name was speaking Russian to him.
Yeah, and he's the one that got killed at the carnival. But one other thing, when they found out how to go between worlds, you just have to go to the spot where somebody was murdered. So like when they're climbing up through the ceiling, but then they fall through
That was
that was really cool
as
stuff.
soon as
there.
they get through, their hair's hanging. like,
yeah,
that
so
was-
they're
that was
upside
neat.
down all of a sudden and falling.
But that was Vecna specific, and that was one of the things they talked about was that's Vecna's plan to take over the world is by opening all these gates, and that's why he was killing the people,
Right.
because everywhere there was that would then create a gate, and I love how they called it Watergate. You know?
Yep.
So
No, I had somebody say something that they thought maybe Vecna could have been El's dad. Like that maybe they're going to lead up to something like that, and maybe that's why they have sort of that connection, but I don't know if age-wise that would work, but it's an interesting thought.
I don't know either if that would work age-wise. Another thing that's still hanging out there is all them other kids that she met in like season 2 that have powers.
Oh,
Right.
number 8, wasn't it? 8, the punk chick, her quote-unquote sister.
Yeah.
Yeah. What happened to her? They went, that was the worst episode we ever made, so we're never going to go back to that.
I don't know. I never really. That wasn't great.
It wasn't great. It was cool to have somebody else with some powers and shit, but yeah.
I don't know.
So do we know what the second part looks like as far as number of episodes?
2.
2, but
It's-
they're long.
But they're long. Each one
Okay.
of them's like a movie.
Yeah, it's like an hour and a half or something.
Well,
each.
but these episodes were hour 10.
Well, that first
You know?
episode I think was like
True.
over hour and a half or something, wasn't it?
I don't remember.
They're long, that's for sure.
Mm.
You're getting a lot of content.
So yeah.
And that's
I don't know.
When is that?
I think July 1st.
July 1st,
So
coming
very,
out soon.
very soon.
So yeah, we'll have more to talk about with Stranger Things soon. I think it's pretty,
Shitting over there.
Outside, inside. Like I'm gurgling all over the place.
Pretty safe to say we all enjoyed this season, or what we've had from this first part of this season. Looking forward to the next. I would love to talk some Obi-Wan with you guys, but I can't because no one else has seen it, and
I'll have that done by next episode.
I'll set everybody straight on whether it's good or not. Because
I like him. I like Ewan McGregor.
oh, love Ewan McGregor. I think that's he's off the table. Like if you want to bitch about something about Obi-Wan, Ewan McGregor off the table. Can't bet you about him. All right.
Yeah, I'd say that's where my news from that show comes from. Well, you guys obviously on the weekends, but Seabolt likes to talk about it all the fucking time at work. So
Yeah.
that's his thing too. He's like, regardless of anything else, Ewan McGregor's the dude.
He is. He's great. And even what I've seen from Hayden is really good stuff.
Oh, spoiler alert.
Oh, that's right. Everybody knows he was so much in the lead up to this that he was coming back. It was billed. He was billed as coming back. You should know that. So, yeah. Anyways,
Sweet.
All right. Well, it's a 2-hour show. I think we did it.
Thanks for coming on the mic, seducer.
You're welcome.
That's the most uncomfortable I've been on the show yet.
Wrapping up episode 254 of the Boy It's Gonna Kill Me podcast. Thank you to all the people in YouTube land. We haven't really looked at anything since we started talking about movies, so fuck off. Sorry. But we love having you guys and gals, if there's any gals out there. I mean, I saw Lacey, so at least one. But
Like Alf, but with a Demogorgon.
yeah, but you guys rock. Thank you so much.
What, Cody?
Last episode is 2.5 hours.
2.5 hours for the last. Oh, okay. All right.
Sorry to cut you
Sorry,
off there,
sorry,
Pete.
Pete.
Oh, I love it. I love it. All right. Jeremy DeWitt, Seducer Cody, fuck Travis Bolles, your host, Lord Steven the Alpha. I am Pete McCarthy. Until next time, we'll see you guys in the toy aisle.